We're about to hit a segment that we haven't done in a while. And it's something that is near and dear to our hearts here in the Action Lab Sports channel. And Scotty gets fired up quite a bit. And we need to let him have an outlet. He can't have this outlet all the time to just get it all off his chest. And we're going to offer that up to him here and now. We're going to get.
I don't have any hair on my chest, so there's not a lot to get off.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. We're going to put some hair on your chest with this rant. So here it is. Without further ado, if you're experiencing it for the first time, congratulations. Scotty A. Smith coming in hot. Let's get it.
Guys, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room. You probably knew where this was headed, but I can't not talk about it. I can't. There are 9 names on this list that are irrelevant right now. The only relevant name on this list is at number 4. What are we doing? What are we doing, NFL? And clearly this is, all right, it's an NFL Network, and they're like, well, it was voted on like during the season around week 11. We didn't know. If only you had history to fall back on. Where, I don't know, a guy in his first 5 years has at least made the overtime of the conference championship every year, made 3 Super Bowl games, won 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, now 3 Super Bowl MVPs. And he's the number 4 on this list. Listen. No disrespect to the 3 guys above him. Well, sort of to 1. 1 is embarrassing beyond belief. And Black Market says this is just to build up engagement. Probably, I think, but this is voted on by the players. 1, the players clearly are too busy on Sundays to watch other teams or even know what's happening because they have no clue, and they're probably haters. I mean, at this point, the Chiefs and Mahomes are villains. I'd expect them to be a villain. But Tyreek number 1? What did they just poll all his children? Was that the people they polled? Tyreek is a phenomenal wide receiver. He's so good and so unique that he was traded away from the Chiefs, and then they won 2 straight Super Bowls. That's how good the number 1 player in the NFL is. He was traded away from a team, and that team won 2 straight. That's number 1. I'm convinced they just pulled his new children. And they just point your eyes at your father because they can't speak yet. Because there's 12 children that Tyreek has fathered that are all under 1. That's irrelevant. He's a great player. You want to put him in the top 5? Fine. But above Mahomes, if only we had some outlet to look back on and if only these players could play head to head. Oh, that's right. Mahomes played Tyreek Hill in the playoffs last year. 126-7. Tyreek Hill was a non-factor. 62 yards in the game. Congratulations. That's the number 1 player in the NFL. He's never won a playoff game without Mahomes. I know it's only been 2 years, but Mahomes has won 2 Super Bowls in that time. Lamar Jackson is the most egregious on this list. Lamar Jackson. Mahomes has never not made an AFC championship game in his career as a starter. Guess what Lamar's never done? Made an AFC championship game. If any single GM on earth watches Lamar Jackson play and watches Patrick Mahomes play and chooses Lamar, they should be sent to, not to the moon, to Mars. Maybe even to the sun. Burn, because that is the most idiotic take. Him having 2 MVPs is like regular season success that doesn't matter. That dude sucks in the playoffs. He was trash against the Chiefs in the playoffs. What are we doing? Christian McCaffrey, a phenomenal running back, the best running back in the league. That's fine. Guess what he did? He lost to the Chiefs too. And imagine a running back being more important than Patrick Mahomes in this league. Not in this day and age. What is this, 1994, and it's Emmitt Smith carrying Troy Aikman to a Super Bowl? No. What are we doing? What are we doing here? How many times do people have to hate and fuel Patrick Mahomes before they just... This list should be just default Patrick Mahomes at number 1. They shouldn't even ask people. They should just be like, all right, who's 2? Who's your second pick? They're the Chiefs. I promise you this. You can hate on me all you want. If the Chiefs were offered in a trade for Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, and Christian McCaffrey, guess what they would say? Fuck off. They'd say fuck off because it's not even close. The jump from Mahomes to Lamar is massive. Lamar's not even the second best quarterback in the league, but that doesn't matter right now. What are we doing? We are seeing perhaps the greatest football player of all time. Calm down, Brady stands. I understand he hasn't achieved, but he's also got another 20 years to catch up to Brady. So let's see this play out. He's started 6 years. He's been to 4 Super Bowls and won 3 of them. That's a pretty damn good start. All right. That's 3 more Super Bowls than Lamar Jackson or Christian McCaffrey have. And of course, Tyreek has 1. But guess who he had? Patrick Mahomes on his roster. All right. Cuban Benny Elway, you ever heard of him? Yeah, he won 2. The last 2 years of his career. Congratulations. I just don't know. And I love it as a Chiefs fan because Patrick Mahomes is petty as fuck. Patrick Mahomes will pay attention to this. Patrick Mahomes will use this as if he needs more fuel. He wants so badly to be the first team in NFL history to three-peat. It's never happened. He wants to do that. Now he can be number 4 on this list. It's like the NFL players don't want to win a Super Bowl. They're like, no, we're good. We're good. We'll just let the Chiefs win over and over and over again by fueling the fire, by giving him this fire, by saying that, like, this is so embarrassing. NFL Network aired this on purpose. And then they tweeted Mahomes at 4 as if that was like a compliment to him. That guy should be fired. Who tweeted that? What are we doing? Patrick Mahomes is clearly the best player in the NFL, and that's okay. We can all admit it. We don't have to be controversial. We don't need clicks. We don't need any of this. Just be respectable. Just have a brain. Just have watched the last 6 years of greatness that Patrick Mahomes has exhibited. Everyone's like, oh, he lost Tyreek Hill. Now we'll fall apart. Well, two for 2 on Super Bowls. Dude had no one to throw to outside of Kelsey last year. Everyone else dropped the ball. But here we are, watching this NFL Top 100 list, which of course doesn't matter, but still is so embarrassing. Next, he should be, if he never wins another Super Bowl, he should still be the number 1 player on this list for the next 10 years. That should be a de facto granted. Here you are, Patrick Mahomes. You are number 1. And to put it with these 3 guys above him and Lamar Jackson above him is egregious, embarrassing, and fuel for the fire. So my Chiefs will now three-peat. Thank you very much. I appreciate you listening.
Ooh, fire. We haven't had one of those in a while. I missed it. A couple people in the chat were like, I love this rant. And we're looking at this basically and saying, what is this list? Like, can we be real on like lists now? Because we see this in the NBA, we see it in the NFL, we see it in the top. We just did the top 100 athletes, and we were like, is this clickbait? Like, what are we doing? Like, some of these seem egregiously bad, and like, can we get a true list anymore? Can we get a real list anymore? I mean, I'm looking at this: Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, and I mean, I'm looking at this and like the rest, there's no more quarterbacks on this list. Like, I feel like Josh Allen is pretty good. I feel like, you know, there's some players on here that should be probably a little bit higher.
And frankly, Travis Kelce's not a top 10 player in the league anymore. He's not. Like, so it's not me just being a Chiefs fan. The list is wild.
I just think like these lists are just always They're always going to be like this, and it's almost disheartening in the sense that like we're never going to get a true list from an actual, really legit. Maybe we need to do the list. Scotty, you and I should put together the list and put it against the NFL's list, put it against the NBA's top 100 list. You know, we'll just challenge everyone else's list and just do it the right way. We're probably still going to get roasted by a lot of people, but you know what? At least our list will be like well thought out and somewhat truthful, right?
By the way, I came in too hot. I got 2 texts from my wife saying I woke up the kids, they're grumpy, and now she's upset. So
Oh yes,
I came in too hot there.
Hey, I love it. It's the equivalent of her looking through the glass, right? I know that's.
I'm in a lot of trouble right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Hey, we enjoyed it. It was worth.
Might be the last. I don't know.
Let's go, cashing it in. Let's get it. But hey, thank you for the coming in hot. Thank you guys for being here tonight. And that is going to do it for the end of our show.